I want to now tell you about precisely what Michael Rubin, a former Pentagon official and senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, has said. And he's contradicting US President Donald Trump, especially about the statements of recent India-Pakistan conflict. Trump's comments suggested there's been an understanding between the two countries because USA got involved and brokered peace. Rubin remarks that US President likes to take credit for everything. He's in fact added, Rubin says that Pakistan military lost very badly. Islamabad was running to try to achieve a ceasefire like a scared dog. Now, there has been a conversation between India and Pakistan. But a time like this, remember, the ceasefire understanding that was reached was because of constant conversation as much about between India and Pakistan and with American officials too, but not really that US President Donald Trump made a trade threat. I want you to listen in to this exclusive conversation of Michael Rubin on India Today.
Donald Trump likes to claim credit for everything. If you ask Donald Trump, he single-handedly won the World Cup. He invented the internet. He cured cancer. The fact of the matter is, Indians should be more like Americans in this regard and not take Donald Trump literally. The man is a braggart and a blowhard. But behind that bravado, what he's signaling is the United States was helping mediate. Where I think Donald Trump made a very bad mistake, however, by suggesting that he would use trade to compel a ceasefire. It's going to be very difficult for Pakistanis to convince themselves that they won this 4-day war. The reason is India was able to, with precision, decimate the terror headquarters and training camps. When Pakistan responded, India was able to blunt their response. And then when Pakistan continued to try to retaliate, India was able to put their airfields out of commission. Pakistan went running to try to achieve a ceasefire like a scared dog with its tail between its legs. And the fact of the matter is, there is absolutely no spin that the Pakistani military can put on what occurred to shield themselves from the full reality of the fact that they not only lost, but they lost very, very badly.
Joining me now in this telecast, Pranay Upadhyay, editor, India Today Global. Pranay, tell me this. What should one make of what Rubin has said? Do you think it's an isolated comment, or more and more American observers are possibly realizing about what Trump's desperation is looking like? And can India use this opportunity to their favor at international platforms?
Pooja, you're absolutely right. In fact, the way Michael Rubin has pointed it out, he has served in Pentagon, and many people, not only Michael Rubin, many people in the US establishment feels that I think with the hyperbolic statements of Donald Trump, he has actually transgressed into a territory which you have as US. The United States has always, stayed off, because if you remember, in 2019, when Donald Trump, in his previous tenure, had a meeting with Imran Khan, and there in Oval Office, he offered a mediation. There was also a reaction, even at that point of time, from the Indian side. And even this time, India has sharply reacted to the statement of Donald Trump, and clearly stating that it remains a bilateral issue between India and Pakistan. The 13th May press conference of the State Department, they clearly says that we encourage India and Pakistan to sit down bilaterally and sort this issue out, because it has been a stated policy. However, Donald Trump being Donald Trump, because, as we say that Donald Trump is like believe it or not. So this is how he is. He always make tall claims. But in this case, I think he has touched upon a very sensitive nerve of India-US relationship. And with this thing, I think the new problems can emerge in India-US relationship, because it's a sensitive area. India has never asked United States mediation for Pakistan or for sorting out the Kashmir issue. I think President Donald Trump
And
has
there
overstepped on this.
needn't be a mediation on Kashmir. What would be required to mediate on that with Pakistan? Thank you, Pranay, for now, because India, remember, expects support from Pakistan, surely. However, not as simply India-Pakistan conflict, but to stand against Pakistan, isolated push for sanction.